Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison, and from outside the aesthetic nightmare that is simply known as Lost Izalith, I'd like to welcome you back to Dark Souls. Even though we have donated the gracious sum of 30 humanity to the Covenant of Chaos Servants, and we touched base with our dear friend Solaire, who is on the brink of losing his mind, we're still going to give this area the time and nourishment that it deserves, which honestly is very little. Now, I would highly suggest you shield your ears when going through this place, especially in the original when it was just as hard to look at as it was to hear, and behold in the beauty, the majestic nature of Lost Izalith and its many butts. Dragon butts for days, undead butts, demon butts, chaos butts, they got them all here. And so long as you don't look at them funny, you should be fine, but this place really isn't that bad, all things considered. And so long as you just make your way through and you don't go so far out of your way that you end up getting, you know, stuck in the stage and you burn to death, you should be more than fine. These guys really don't pose much of a threat, and if they do, just kind of, I don't know, run away. There's no reason to go over there. I remember exploring this place pretty extensively in the past, and there's just no reason to it. It's just another developer who had a grand old time with the old copy and paste function, and that's sort of what this entire leg of the game is just let's see how many enemies we can throw on screen at once, and you know, we'll call it good. We have a gentleman up here. Hello. Oof, that sounded quite violent. And if we go inside of this mausoleum, we can go ahead and loot it for all it's worth, because we've got ourselves a soul of a great hero. Yeah, leave it up to me to go grave robbing, being the chosen undead and all. And we're gonna want to make our way to the next one. Can I just go over here? Oh god, he's doing the big old butt stomp. Look at him. Oh my god, he actually hurt his friend. Jesus. All right. I guess he was gonna blow on us. But yeah, he can try and stomp on you. He'll hit you with his butt. It's kind of funny, but his leash is pretty short, isn't it? I would love that. And it really is a good thing there is friendly fire on this thing, otherwise we might be in some trouble, but god is he persistent. Good lord. There's an illusory wall nearby, but where? It is below us, and there's actually a bonfire here. Twin Humanities is good. Jesus, are you all right? Here, we'll do that again. We'll just instigate him. I don't know what these guys are doing. Are they torturing a bug down there? They must be. But sometimes you kind of want to get them to come over, and they just won't. Like, they'll come over here and they'll start thrashing around and hurting each other, but it's just not worth it because they only give you 2,000 souls. Finally, this guy grew a spine. I'm glad he can at least still do that. Maybe this guy is actually just stuck on the roots there. Oh, here we go. Yes. Oh, the unsuspecting butt stomp. Oh, he's like, dude, you ruined my day. And now he's upset that he murdered his best friend. This one has been left well unaware of the dangerous and treacherousness. Oh. Oh, I accidentally killed that guy. All right. My bad. Did not mean to do that. Okay, well, with a little bit of imagination, we'll go and drop down here, and we'll make our way into this very well highlighted illusory wall, if you don't mind. Just trying to get in through this way. And we've got a bonfire. Not the most useful in my opinion, but still nice to have. We'll go and repair up all of our stuff because it's taken quite a thrashing out there on the lava. And there's only one more set of items I think we need to get. So we'll go head off in this direction and hopefully not catch the eye of any degenerates that are going to try to murder us. So yeah, make sure you got that mute button ready, because this is easily the auditory hellscape that we have signed up for, isn't it? I don't think these items are even necessarily worth it. Not use all of our stamina, which I accidentally did. I guess I'm still just used to Dark Souls 2 in that timing. Divine blessings for days. Cool. And if we play our cards right, I might be able to make it back before dying. Can I do it? Can I do it without the homeward bone? Or the flask? Oh, come on, please. Let's do it. Yeah, speaking of Dark Souls 2, I've finally gotten to the point of the game where I can finally hear myself think, because my headphones slipped over my ear, both of them, where I just discovered how illusory walls work, which is fantastic. Solaire, come back. Oh my goodness. And then Lotric. Okay, why is this bonfire so busy right now? That's mildly concerning, but kind of cool that in the year of our Lord 2025, and there is still people fervently playing this game is a thing of beauty. Like, the remaster came out 7 years ago, and people are still playing it. Granted, I didn't see anybody playing on the 360 version except the one guy who couldn't help me beat Smo, and of course, Ornstein, but that's alright. I'm pretty sure it was a child. But let's keep on making our way over here. Oh, and by the way, we are completely done with the charred ring. Thank goodness. Good luck. Oh yeah. So down here, we've got a lovely assortment of statues that want to breathe fire on us. That is great. Oh, by the way, like I was saying with Dark Souls 2, I can't really play that game the same way I play this game, so I've taken a slightly different approach, different weapons. I'm still running a melee dex build, but I also threw in some amazing works of miracles in there, and in that game, they're surprisingly good. I'm sure in this one too, if we focused on them a little bit more, but never really been my jam, you know? Ooh, look at that. Look at this. Yeah. Anybody else? No. See, it never made sense why they had these statues that have very limited mobility inhabiting this place. Surely their talents would be better spent elsewhere. At least you would think, right? They're just wasting space around here, getting caught on roots. I mean, it just seems like a pretty terrible time to be one of these statue demons. It's like, man, they couldn't have given me freaking bipedal appendages. I gotta have, like, nothing down there. I just gotta have the roundest, fattest ass. Here we go. Getting stuck on the roots and branches, like, come on. Granted, I will say, this area does look pretty cool, even if it's brown and muddied. I don't know. Aesthetically, it's still pretty bad, but up there, we've got a new type of enemy. Those are Chaos Eaters, and what makes them so terrible, aside from their grabs, are the fact that the acid they splurge on ya will delete your armor, so be very careful about that. We also had like a speed racer running on up there, so you know what? Let me allow you to come on down, sir. Claim your prize, because I don't think he can even reach us by way of those branches, right? Or he can just phase right through them. That's cool. Thank you, by the way, for showing me that you can do that. And, oh, so this is either a red titanite chunk, which is fairly common, or a red titanite slab. Good. I was gonna say, there's no way I'm getting that lucky with 10 humanity. Because I've been doing all of my material grinding legitimately. I don't even know if there's a way to cheese it. But here we have it. We are almost on the other side of the shortcut that we took in the last episode. Sir, there are children present. And if we keep on going down there past the army of these statues, then we'll be able to reach that bridge where the Titanite demon was. And is that statue? Like, what? There was like a weird parallax effect to it. But that'll take us to the boss, as well as 2 minor enemies that I really don't want to deal with right now. So we're gonna go over here first. We are going to see what awaits us, which just might be a couple of items, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Ooh, it's kind of a scary sound. And there we go. Seems like that effect is pretty easy to do around here. This is gyrating. Hello, sir. Allow me to step on up and claim my prize, which is your life, as well as the soul of a hero. What an undignified way to leave a corpse of a hero, you know? I mean, great or not, it just seems like there should be a little bit more dignity, you know? So we want to be very careful when sliding here because it's a little easy to fall. Slip down, hurt our ankles, And it's a rare Ring of Sacrifice. Not bad. It's actually kind of surprising now that I think about it. How do you die with a rare Ring of Sacrifice and it not break? I guess he would just permadeath or something. But I feel like we have way more of those than we have of just the regular Ring of Sacrifices. So that's a little strange. But now, unfortunately, comes the time where I should probably go ahead and just fight them now. There is another lost sister of Izalith up there, and she is a nasty pyromancer. She will wreck your business. And it's just better if you go in there as quickly as possible, or get her to come on down. She, too, can claim her prize, because she's got some nasty attack. Oh my god, and Kirk. Wait, both of you? Oh, you assholes. I swear to god, if I have to fight you both. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, okay. What do we do? What happens? Staircase combat? I don't see Kirk, but he spawns behind her. And he's gonna run up behind her. All right, this is our third and final encounter with the man himself. And we'll see how he decides to approach, which is apparently, ooh, hello, thank you. Couldn't get my shield, yeah, my shield. Wow, what is happening here? Okay, I did a lot of damage to him just then through his shield, but he's been vanquished. I got my Estus back, which is nice. And we got some humanity, not bad. I guess I don't particularly need it, but thank you for that, I guess. Apparently in the original game, you didn't get your Estus back after being invaded, but in this one, in the remaster, you do, so that's nice. All right, well, let's just go and take her out now. Oh shit, because her fire really freaking hurts. Thank you. And if she seems a little insignificant, it's kind of because she is, but she drops the Izalith Catalyst. And I don't think any of the other characters really remark on her at all, but this is gonna take us to the bed of chaos. Be wary of tough enemy? No. It's easily just the worst boss fight of all time, purely because it's a puzzle. And it's a puzzle that you die at very frequently. So let's take a look. Chaos Eater. Looks like he came straight out of Bloodborne, but you don't want to get splurged on with that. And nope. Why? Sometimes this game, the double taps are just obscene. Yeah, the grabs are kind of nasty, so maybe I was onto something with the old archery method. We'll be fighting plenty of these guys, but here we go. It only takes a few, you know? And nothing. But what he was guarding includes, but is not limited to, the Chaos Fire Whip Pyromancy, which thankfully we did not see her use. And one of the scarier things she can do is the Chaos Firestorm. And even when you use it, it's not that powerful. When she does it, it's lethal. So, good luck. Thank you. We'll be getting back to that a bit later, because there's stuff down here that I'd like to take care of, and there's a phantom that's still waiting there. They're probably scared shitless, which would not surprise me. So, a lot of gentlemen down here. Hello. It's good to see you. Again, probably be great if you guys, you know, were slightly more mobile, but I'm not gonna complain. Let's take you out so I can explore in peace. Oh, this guy doing a 20-point turn. Oh my god, why would you do that? Get out of here. And yeah, sometimes when you don't lock on, your moves just sort of seem to stop in midair at times. It's a little annoying, but it's okay, because that's everyone. And I don't think they even guard any items, which is minorly concerning. Hello, step right up. Would you like to join your posse? I'm sure you would. So, whatever you do, don't go running into here all willy-nilly, because the floor will bust out from under you and you will fall into a poison pit filled with those Chaos Eaters. And that, my friends, is terrifying as hell. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but this is going to take us back to that hallway and the Titanite demon. This is the only one in the game that will always spawn back, and even when I try to run past him, he always knocks my ass out. So we'll take him out legitimately once, but aside from that, I'm not interested in fighting this guy, especially when he does his damn jump attack like that. He'll knock you into the pit, which is death. And don't jump again, please. He's gonna jump. Oh my god, he didn't jump. Don't jump again. Thank you. Because the iframes on that jump attack are obscenely powerful. Thank you. Third hit? No third hit? Oh, here we go. You also get caught on the roots, which is not fun. Ah, thank you. Not today. Sir, can I get a stagger, please? Un stagger, por favor. Thank you. Oh no, not the kick, brother. All right. Oh, got my shield up just in time. And the final hit. Good lord, this guy is annoying. Luckily for us, he will always drop Demon Titanite, and you will be able to farm for it here. I just don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. I simply do not. So let's go and throw on the covetous gold ring. I do have item discovery of 410. And that way, we might have another chance at these chaos bugs. I kept calling them sunlight maggots because I legitimately thought that's what they were. But as it turns out, Solaire might appear here after we spoke to him back at that other bonfire. And it's at this point where if you hadn't opened the shortcut, he wouldn't be able to go to and fro from here, and the sunlight maggot itself would have manifested itself on top of his head, and he would be crazy and maybe hollowed. I don't remember. I don't think he was hollow, actually. And you would have to fight him to the death here. But obviously, since we already took that, he's gonna be safe and sound. Another happy ending for another From Software creation.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son.
The one benefit to keeping him alive, other than having him alive, is the fact that you will be able to summon him for the final boss fight, but like I've said before, that is a battle that I feel like is better done alone, and definitely without any help, because you can parry the final boss, making him one of the easiest in the entire game. Did someone just fall through the floor here? I could have sworn I saw one of the little... Alright. Oh, here he is. So I guess that's fun and all, but we'll go and get absolutely none of those, and we'll make our way back. I wasn't exactly planning on coming through here. I just wanted to see if he spawned, and clearly he did. So we saved the day, and I guess at this point we can explore the pit. We got, what, a little over 12 minutes to go before we hit the old 30. I think we'll be fine. I'm not entirely sure how people are being receptive to the longer episodes. Personally, I do like them a little bit more because it gives me more freedom to explore and kind of take my time and not feel like, you know, we gotta cram everything into 15 or 20 minutes, which was sort of the thing back in the old heyday of YouTube, and people used to make walkthroughs with commentary that, you know, people would actually want to watch. But I've never really had the audience for that, so I just sort of do whatever. And I actually do like this method a little bit more. So if we're careful... Oh my god! Well, there was a root up there that you could hang out next to, but this is where we get to be reunited with our friend, that's right, Siegmeyer of Katarina. And what you're going to want to do is determine his fate via several different ways. First of which is by not speaking to him immediately, because when you do, he's gonna jump down there into the pit of these Chaos Eaters and try to fight them. So your three options are, you can go down there and kill them all yourself, and he's going to be like happy but disappointed that he wasn't able to step up to the occasion and do it himself. And so he will essentially live but give you a ring that will give you resistance to all elemental attacks. That's fire, lightning, and magic, I believe. But his other options include going down there and killing them himself. And depending on whether or not he has more than 50% of his health or less will determine his fate. If he has over 50%, he will take a nap, and that's good. That will get us technically the completion of his side quest. Whereas if he ends this encounter with under 50%, that is going to be a problem because he will perish down in this pit and we will only get a mediocre prize, and it's a very sad day. So I think for all intents and purposes, I'm going to see this through to the end. I'm going to help him kill them all, but he's going to be really disappointed that he wasn't able to do it himself. So we're going to be able to make sure we aim for them correctly. And you want to make sure not to kill them all here. I made the mistake once of killing or leaving this 5th one alive, but that will actually still count as all of them being dead. So we'll have to be careful for that and see what happens. But we can still do some damage, you know, as a treat. Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. And a bing. And a bung. And let's actually make our way over there. I think this was the way, but I want to stand right next to him, and then we will have our parlay. So if you fall down, there's a couple of different paths you can take, but in this area sort of functions similarly to Blighttown, where it's poison and it's very sticky. So I'm gonna throw on my rusted iron ring, and let's catch up with our friend Siegmeyer. But let me grab some of this here first, and we can always, whoops, just wait from afar and help him out. Yeah, we'll do one more. All right, how's it going? Brother, are you joking?
Oh, oh! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
He wants to save the day, and perhaps we should let him. How about it? Me and you, one last time? I guess this would be the only time we would be in combat with each other, but you want to watch out, because if you hit him, he will never repay you.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really. I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion. Please, friend. I owe you much more than this. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
Absolutely, with some imagination. Oh god. There you go. Attaboy. Oh no! No, I didn't mean to step on you. Oh no. Hold on. Let me try this. Oh, I hope this works. I really hope this works. That was so dumb. That was really dumb. I landed on him with my imagination. Are you okay? No, he's mad. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh my god. Are you joking? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Siegmeyer, I'm sorry. No! You know, it's moments like these that make me very glad that I happened to back up my saves before every recording sessions, and I think you should too. But as funny and tragic as it was to trample all over Siegmeyer's dreams, hopes, ambitions, his fat noggin, I think we should let him play out his final hero fantasy one last time, seeing as how we're so close to the end of his quest line. So, would you like to do the honor, sir, while I play with my imagination? And I'll try to miss you this time, all right? Yes, we will not be slow.
Come on! Over here, you fiend! Panic! Ow! I am Siegmeyer of Katarina, and you shall feel my wrath!
Oh, he's after me. Come on, you can do it, man. Oh, please don't make me regret this. Man, what a swing. Congratulations. How does it feel?
But didn't you get away? Well, you've saved me, once again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm exhausted. I think I'll have a rest. Oh, don't you worry. The ground below me is my pillow. I'll recover shortly.
What are you, some kind of kitten or something? And that, my friends, is the last we will ever hear of our dear friend and hero, Sir Siegmeyer. A lot of red titanite chunks here, but now that he's decided it was a good idea to take a nap in this poisonous swamp, the next time we'll see him is at the bottom of Blighttown, down at Ash Lake. And we'll have to go back to Firelink, I believe, in order to see some other things through to the end. But overall, there's not really a whole ton for us to explore around these parts. We have some extra little hallways and things we can explore, as well as the lone titanite slab you can find in this game. And it's not really worth it for me to grab it because we're not really doing much with chaos or fire weapons. But ooh, here we go, here we go. Let me take you out. I forgot to get him, my bad. And he will drop nothing because he's not cool enough for that. So another red titanite chunk, and I believe it might actually be down here. We can drop down and grab it. You know, I think I will, with a little bit of imagination. We have this little, hallway here, as well as another place for us to apparently be able to drop down and grab this, which I had not realized before. But there it is, our one titanite slab. And I was considering just homeward boning out of here, but I think because everybody else is already cleared out and they're still dead from when I killed them, obviously, we are going to just run up there and take on the Bed of Chaos. Easily one of the worst bosses in any From Software game, and it's kind of insane how it's not even close. There's no competition. Miyazaki himself, the creator of the series and a lot of the other From Software games, Elden Ring and stuff like that, even he says that this was his biggest regret, and yet in 2018 with the remaster, he had a choice. He could have fixed it. And to some extent, I guess you could say he has, because there are a number of exploits that we can use to get around its horrendous game design and programming. I'm also amazed that I was able to survive on a full bar of health and go through an entire cycle of poisoning. It's kind of insane, actually. So we will go ahead and heal up. And what I'm changing up about my strategy this time around is I'm going to throw on the Wolf Ring, which will boost our poise. This will be my first time taking on this boss with the Black Knight Shield, which will offer us a pretty amazing, I don't know why I took that off, amazing amount of poise and resistance and defense. So I'm hoping that will help, because the thing that this guy likes to do is to swipe. And to that I say, no more swiping. Just chaos, no more swiping. Good luck. A lot of bloodstains here, imminent despair, and it's all ahead. We have all taken this ramp down dozens, if not hundreds of times, and it is not very fun, especially when you die, you end back up at the bonfire. But ladies and gentlemen, I present the Bed of Chaos herself. The basic conceit is to go on both sides of it and destroy the roots that are guarding its immortal powers, but all the while it will be trying to sweep at us with both of its hands and then eventually start slamming down. And the problem with that is via every, I guess, phase that we go through, it will start destroying the floors, knocking us into it. And that is the worst. I do not fuck with that. and because of the way this boss is programmed, when we quit out of it, the state of what roots have been destroyed and what floor has given away will remain. But we spawn back outside of the fog gate, meaning we don't have to traverse nearly half of the boss arena, putting ourselves at risk into the giant pit in order to defeat this massive asshole, at which point it will become so much more aggressive and absolutely wreck your business. So now we got to go over to this right-hand side, and depending on what sweep it wants to do, which is not the worst, I will try to, well, maybe not do that. We're going to stick to this inside route since this ring doesn't seem to be able to be destroyed. I'm going to get caught on that one because why not? And we're just going to roll on through again and repeat. And just like the rising of the Phoenix, we rinse and repeat one more time. But for this final phase, he's going to be raining hellfire upon us in the most obnoxious fashion. So what we're going to do is hopefully not get firestormed. You will know exactly what that means when it happens. It's like pornography, you know? You know it when you see it. And the Great Chaos Firestorm is no fun, especially when you're in the final stretch. So, oh my god. Brother, right off the bat? Really? Okay. Let's go and bait the sweep attack again. And now we roll in and land on this branch, but watch out because that elbow can knock you off. Jesus. You see what I mean there. And now he's done. He can still hit you with fire though, and you get caught on random branches that just will not break. They will not budge. They are so resistant to change. Oh my god. Not like this. Anything but this. Get out of here, you dumb asshole. God. Fuck this fight. I have never been so annoyed and mad at a video game boss for no reason. And I know, like, I tend to just have a hot head about certain things, but nothing like this in the slightest. It is unbelievable how bad this fight is, and I'm so glad we're over it and we never have to deal with it again. Thank God. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I did it. You sure did, Frampt. Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here and make our way back to Firelink Shrine. Because next time in Dark Souls, it's almost going to be time to take on the final boss, as well as meet up with our new friend, Sieglind.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
Oh, that, my friends, is the true prize of it all. And there is really not much left for us to do than to follow up on that quest line and make our way towards the DLC. But I will say, we are probably going to drop off all 4 of the Great Souls so that we can open up the Flame of the First Kiln, so that I can do a little bit of weapon grinding while I still have the chance, and make sure I have all of the Black Knight weapons. But we're nearly done here, folks. I almost think that finale time is nearly upon us. Thank you so much for watching, and next time, we'll get a couple of levels under our belt. I promise. I'll see you guys then.